run of the day is done. 36 minutes, 57 seconds, 4.18 miles at 8:49, an 8:49 per mile pace. That one was rough. I ran 3 miles on Monday. Today is Wednesday, July 1st. And I'm feeling the effects of those 3 miles. But nonetheless, we're gonna do a full day of eating today. Get back, relax, and enjoy the video. Something that was going through my brain while I was running. I didn't used to be a runner. The most I ever ran was a mile in junior high. And then in high school, I ran the 100-meter dash and the 200-meter dash. I was a sprinter, and not even a very good one because I was so big. I always had the excuse when I'd see other people of like, oh well, they're skinny, or oh well, they were born that way. There is no one telling you, or there is nothing holding you back from being a runner besides yourself. No one's built, or if they are, it's very rare, built to be a runner. They've been running since they were little. We use being big, chunky as an excuse to not be runners. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You can be anything you want to be. It just takes work. So are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing, like me, just got off a 12-hour shift and go run 4 miles and only get 3 hours of sleep, wake up, go hit a workout, and carry on with your day? If you want to be big, if you want to have big biceps, big triceps, are you willing to do strength training for you, if you're natural, for years and years and years on end? 10 years. Can you dedicate that much time? You can. Doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40, 50. But this right here is everyone's biggest setback in life. They all think, no, I can't do it, or they make up excuses in their brain of why it's not possible. I was listening to Nick Bare or Luke Hopkins talk about believing in yourself. Luke ran an Ironman. Not ran, I mean he ran part of it, but he did an Ironman, and he said he'd run his bike 1,000 miles at that point. And he took his bike to a bike shop to get a new tire or something like that. Brought it back, and he instantly noticed, because he couldn't ride it before race day. So on race day, he hopped on his bike and he instantly noticed that his bike seat was like 3 centimeters above what he normally ran. And he knew it was gonna hurt. And by the time he got to the marathon, his lower back was killing him. There was times where he felt like he couldn't even walk, but he just kept forward facing, one foot in front of the other, smiling, positive. And he finished the race because he believed in himself, and he believed in his ability. He believed in what he put so much effort and hard work in. That's the crazy part, is you could do the same. I could do the same. You could do the same. Anyone could do the same thing. This right here is the biggest killer to all of that. Telling yourself you can't, telling yourself you're too old, telling yourself you're big boned for life, telling yourself I've tried. I promise you, if you beat the battle that's going on up in here, you will win the battle. You will reach your goal. I just woke up. It is currently 10:18 a.m. We're gonna go hit the gym. I hit my run this morning for 4 miles. And before I go to the gym, because I don't want to eat oats, this has actually been super clutch for me. So I don't eat a meal before I go hit a hard endurance workout. G1M Sport, like a carbohydrate drink, it just makes it to where you don't have to eat. If I didn't have this, I would have to eat like a meal, like oats or something, and it would sit pretty heavy in my stomach. It's 20 grams of carbs, 80 calories. Back from the gym, went to the store, so I am starving. Right now I'm gonna eat. Usually my post-workout meal would be immediately after. We'd head straight home and have it, but because we went to the store, I had to wait a little bit to have it. But we have some oats, a scoop of protein, and some maple syrup to help mix. This meal is 305 calories, 33 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, and 35 grams of carbs. Monday, Wednesday, Friday are my endurance days. I tend to eat more calories and carbs to make up for it. So this is such a simple meal, but it tastes so good. Just finished my coffee up, my creamer and all that. You guys saw everything I put inside of it. You know, one thing that has really saved my coffee game is this caramel beverage sauce. It's 0 calories, 0 carb for 30 grams. And 30 grams is actually quite a bit. Some people will probably think like, oh my gosh, the chemicals. Dude, who gives a shit? You get freaking cancer from the sun. You think I care if I have a little freaking chemicals in my coffee? I used to put protein, like a scoop of protein in my coffee, but I was looking at my macros, especially recently, now that I've been doing like the endurance days 3 days a week and running 3 days a week. I've noticed that my carbs are relatively low compared to my protein. My protein was sitting at like 280 grams a day, and my carbs were at like 240 to 230. And when you run and you do all these endurance work, you want to make sure your carbs are a lot higher. And so I've had to pull back on the protein and put more carbs in my diet. So that's what I've been doing. So I took a scoop of protein out of here, which is unfortunate because when you add protein in there, it tastes absolutely phenomenal, but I still think it tastes good. This still has calories, obviously, in the coffee, and that's gonna be 118 calories, 15 grams of protein, 3 grams of fat, and 3 grams of carbs. The 15 grams, 10 of the grams come from the collagen. Okay, and so now we are ready for breakfast, even though it is currently 3:37 p.m. First things first, you guys saw me making it. It's egg whites, eggs, barbecue sauce, cheese, and spinach. And the calories just on this is 395, 38 grams of protein, 20 grams of fat, and 11 grams of carbs. The 20 grams of fat, a lot of it actually comes from the butter that I put in the sourdough. So I got 2 pieces of sandwich sourdough bread. It's 200 calories, 8 grams of protein, 2 grams of fat, and 38 grams of carbs. And then last, but certainly not least, actually not even close to least, my favorite part of this whole meal is this yogurt bowl. This yogurt bowl is 195 calories, 18 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, and 33 grams of carbs. I'll put the total right up here on the screen of all 3 so you don't have to add it all up in your head. And I wanted to point out why I track my meals, because it keeps me accountable. I even track my cheese, because if I don't, I'm just gonna be spraying on cheese as much as I think looks good, and if I did that, it would just basically be more cheese than egg whites and eggs. So I weigh everything out, and I have an app that makes it super, super simple, and that app is called Intake. I've been working with them for about a month and a half now, and they are absolutely amazing. You can do anything on the app. You can create your own meals. If you're a creature of habit like me and you love creating your own meals and you eat the same meal almost every single day, this is my breakfast every single day. And all I have to do is go to my meals. I create the meal, only have to scan it all in once, and then I can just press a plus button and it adds it in as a meal. You can also take pictures of your food. If you're going out to eat, this is very clutch. You can take pictures of your chicken breast and potato. It'll track it and give you an estimated calorie portion of what you're eating. This app is absolutely clutch, very affordable. You can use code JohnnyB to get 30 days free. I always thought Greek yogurt was a little bit meh, but I've never actually tried it, like the flavored one. This is vanilla Greek yogurt. I used to actually add protein in this as well, in my yogurt bowl here. You guys are probably thinking like, didn't he tell too, like why is he making so many meals back to back to back? Why don't you just cut your calories for the day? Because your body needs fuel to recover. Your body needs carbohydrates to recover and feel good. And I'm not in a caloric deficit anymore. I'm more trying to maintain what I have. I'm 180, sitting around 187 to 190 pounds. I don't want to go any lower because I'm actually pretty shredded right now. I stepped on stage, a bodybuilding stage, 4 years ago at 185 pounds. So even with not working out for a long time, some muscle loss, 187 pounds is still pretty shredded. Okay, so now we are on to the next meal, which for me is a Ninja Creamy. And this meal, I guess, it's a whole pint, like it's a pretty decent meal. 368 calories, 41 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, and 38 grams of carbs. The carbs come from the M&Ms. I use mini M&Ms as a mix-in, and it's freaking delicious, man. When I was fat, I used to eat ice cream like every single day. For under 400 calories, bro, you can't beat that. 4 ounces of turkey, a little bit of onion, and a little bit of bell peppers. I used to buy the fresh bell peppers, but my wife and I try to buy for 2 weeks. Like, we don't try to go to the store every single week. And my bell peppers kept going bad after the first week, and so I started buying frozen bell peppers. They're a little more like squishy, but the taste is still kind of there, so I dig them. And then for my carb source, we just got potatoes with some fat-free cheese on there, as well as barbecue sauce. I put 30 grams of barbecue sauce in each. Dinner is served. It is 404 calories, 39 grams of protein, 46 grams of carbs, and 8 grams of fat. I think my protein is a work in progress. Ever since I wanted to lower my protein and higher my carbs, I've been in such a caloric deficit for so long, and I've just focused on protein, that it's really hard for me to figure out how to switch carbs and protein. So my protein should be around, I'm 190, so my protein should be around like 200 to 208. Last but not least, up the Canada Dry. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever tried Canada Dry. If you like it, one of my coworkers put me on it, and ever since then, that's like literally all I buy. And we are here about an hour later to eat my dessert. My dessert is edible cookie dough. It is 390 calories, 43 grams of protein, 44 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of fat. And I use a little baby spoon, so it takes me longer to eat it, because if I were to use a big spoon, I'll just munch it in like 3 bites. Yeah, you see a lot of like fitness influencers and people that tell you and hound you to eat chicken and rice all day, you know, or beef and potatoes, whatever. It's like, that's not me. That's not how I lost weight, and that's not how I'm gonna keep weight off. This right here curbs my cravings. Between the Ninja Creamy, my dessert, and then my last like snack meal that I'll show you guys tonight, that curbs my cravings. And people may think that like, since I'm eating 2,600 on strength days and 3,000 to 3,100 on endurance days, that I get to eat whatever I want. And that's not really the case. I've been eating whatever I want for 23 years. Don't limit yourself
And don't think weight loss is like this huge deal to where like morning you wake up, you have eggs, lunch you have beef and rice, dinner you have chicken and rice. You gotta be able to switch up your meals, in my opinion, to be able to succeed, especially if you had a food addiction like I did. I still get the cravings, I still want the bad things, but I'm eating things taste like the things I want. Would I want regular cookie dough right now? Duh. I want a regular chocolate chip cookie right now. Like, of course. If you want to go down the route of just, you know, chicken and rice, eggs in the morning, that's what you want to do, then cool. But last time I did that, I only lasted a couple months, quit, gained the weight right back. And we got the last meal of the day. It is just an Oikos caramel cup, a serving of honey, and a Fiber One brownie. So this comes out to 224 calories, 17 grams of protein, 3 grams of fat, and 42 grams of carbs, which brings my total to 2679. Protein's at 251, a little higher than I want it to be. Fats is at 54, a little lower than I want it to be. And carbs is at 308, a little lower than I want it to be. I'm still trying to figure out my carb, protein. I've been eating protein for so long that it's hard to take protein out and add carbs. I've saved all these like amazing protein recipes, and now it's like in my head trying to think, oh, I need to add carbs. It's very hard for me. This is basically what I eat in a day. On my off days as well, when I'm doing strength days, I eat the same thing. Sometimes I will take out this yogurt cup, but it was needed today because, again, miles and endurance workout. So thank you guys so much for watching. I gotta do the dishes. I gotta make my creamy for tomorrow. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.